So just back from the gym. As you know, I have a weekly goal I've been sharing with you, and this weekend indicated I was lacking on the exercise front and actually gained a pound, which I'm not too happy about. But anyways, while I was at the gym, got some updates on a deal we are trying to put together, and it's now becoming a deal, actually more of a person that I just want to run away from. So I wanted to give you a little bit of color on it. So again, if you've been watching this channel, kind of catch everybody up, not sure where you are in this. I just did a first batch of direct mail. My direct mail is different than anything I have seen. I highlighted the book. I highlighted the office building in Fresno, talked about helping buyers, sellers, investors, all kinds of stuff. Really didn't ask for anything. No real call to action, no call me, I buy cash, any of that. So we didn't get a lot of hits, but we got one from a gentleman who had a house for sale and had a couple of escrows. I don't know, blow up, cancel, whatever you want to call it. So he was having trouble selling his house. So my team went out and saw him. We agreed on a price. He wanted to meet us this weekend, which again, if you follow this channel, you know we went out there on Saturday. So we met with him. This is where he started showing character flaws, at least in my opinion, that have only been exacerbated, and now it's Monday. So we walk through the house. It's clean, I guess. It's not as clean as I was led to believe. There's 10K of work that really needs to be done. So it wasn't the turnkey that he said it was. But again, that could be seen as eye of the beholder stuff. So you take that for what it's worth. But then it starts to get hanky. First thing he does is we agree on a number. Let's just say it's 150 grand. Let's just make up a number. He says, hey, can we write up the contract at 100 and then you just cut me a check on the side for 50 grand? I mean, what? Why are you want to do that? I mean, what do you think? What are you thinking? He's like, well, I did that for my sister, and now it kind of hurts me because I got to pay more capital gains, and blah blah blah. But your property taxes will be lower, and I'm like, sir, I can't speak to what you did or didn't do with your sister. I am not the kind of individual or person that would ever do something like that. Whatever we agree to is the price we will agree to. It's what property taxes will be tied to, blah, blah, blah. And he went on a big tirade about how he's going to have to pay more taxes or whatever. And I'm like, if you want to pay less taxes, I'll agree to 140. That'll help, which he didn't think was funny. But I told him I wasn't comfortable signing an agreement or paying anything more or less than we agreed to. I'm not going to lie to the IRS. I am not going to lie to the state property tax board or whatever it is, right? It's just not worth it, right? It's just not worth it. So, okay. So that uncomfortable situation moves on. I'm like, no thanks, take it or leave it. Then we leave, right? We go see other properties. And then he comes back and says, well, I'm like, oh God, what now? Well, I had a 6-month listing agreement with a realtor, and I'm nervous he's going to come back and want his 5 or 6%. And I'm like, well, first I'm hearing of a listing agreement, but yeah, if you had an active listing agreement, your real estate agent deserves to be compensated. I don't know what you're thinking. Oh, and then he goes and says, well, I canceled it, and now they want 180 days, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. That's your liability. So again, he agrees. I'm at the gym today. We've already signed the agreement. He calls up and says he's not signing it on his side unless we take the liability of paying the real estate agent the commission if an issue comes up. He goes on to say it's very unlikely and blah, 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 blah. But I have to assume it has to be a clause in the contract or there's no deal. Oh, by the way, again, let's just put numbers out there, right? I bought it for 150. I have a plan to fix it for 160. I've already tentatively sold it for, say, 200, right? Because I have a network of people that want to continuously buy. So I've already reached out to a couple people, and one person said, yeah, I'll take it. So I've already got it sold, right? So this individual calls me up, doesn't know I have it sold, but calls me up and says, you've got to take liability or I'm not signing. At which point I finally lose it. I'm like, sir, uh, I've been very uncomfortable in this situation. I'm not going to lie to the IRS. I'm not going to lie to the state government. I'm not going to hurt a realtor who did their job for you. Um, I don't want this deal. Consider it canceled. I don't want to work with you. I think if you're lying to the IRS in the realtor, what have you hidden in this house that is going to come back to bite me? That's what I said. And a deal that we could have made, I don't know, 20 grand on, got back all our marketing costs from a direct mailer, I have killed because I don't trust the seller. I think he's dishonest. I think there's bad karma and bad juju around this individual, and I want nothing to do with him. So cancel the deal. I'm not going to do this transaction with this individual. It's just not worth it. Don't need that in my life. And this real estate can really show the character of some people, and this gentleman has shown his character through and through. And you know what? At some point, I need to listen. So I'm going to let that deal go back to the real estate gods, and we will just move on to something else. So this is never boring, never a dull moment in this world of real estate. Thought I would share that with you. Let me know what you would do. Right? Would you sign an agreement and pay something out of escrow? Would you take on the liability of a canceled listing agreement? I clearly didn't. I felt so uncomfortable. So again, that's where we're at. Have a great day, everybody, and let's have some fun. Okay? Thanks. Bye.